morning of the first day of people coming to pick flowers. It's a kind of a big deal. Hoping to get to talk to the boys a little bit about all of this, because this is monumental. This has been exactly 6 months from when we decided to do this, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears since. So, driving down to the flower farm right now, 6:15. We had hoped to be here at 6. We're trying really hard to get out of bed and get down here and get things done earlier, so it's not so hot, because it really is. It's still like 112, which is great. It's not opportune. There's so much interesting things, I think, that are like, okay, learning experiences that will drive us for next season. Like, definitely don't want our first pickers coming in July. Like that. This is a June thing. This is a May thing. This is a maybe April thing. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's not a July thing. I've seen several flower farmers comment about how, they kind of have a dip in customers visiting in this hot summer range, which is right now. So, taking that into account, we're going to kind of just see how this goes. I mean, it was bootstrap. It was by the hair of our chinny chin chins, and, we've got quite a bit going on. So, that hair on the chins. Anyway, it's supposed to be funny. I think I'm funny. Anyway, the boys are behind me here. Oh, there's fun birds down here. It's a great place to bird watch. We really need to who's in the Audubon Society that's watching this. Get a hold of your bird peeps, and let's get something arranged, because it is really cool. I want to say, I don't know, it's a blackbird, but it almost looks like a towhee. I don't know. There's so many birds. There's little goldfinches sometimes, and all the whole slew of doves, and every once in a while we'll see a pheasant. I haven't seen any this year. We have a blue heron that's residents somewhere. I think it's over by the waterfall somewhere. And we usually see egrets. We see a lot of birds. Anyway, I digress about birds. I'm going to hop out of the car here, and we're going to set this up so we can chit-chat with the boys before we start this day. Welcome to Full Circle Fools. This is us in all our glory. So we wanted to mark this moment because we are getting ready to have our first customers today. And we've been working, a straight 6 months towards running. Not dashing, not sauntering, but running towards this goal.
Sauntering.
I mean, there's been a lot going on. So we wanted to just kind of touch bases and say hi and talk about what we've got going on with us. Because it's like this roller coaster.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
Yeah. So who wants to start? Who's got feels?
Oh, I got feels. I had been not stressing this at all. I'm like, finally it's coming. And we already did like the soft open essentially with the blackberries and stuff. But then last night I could not sleep well. I kept waking up, I feel like every 15 minutes, being worried that I'd overslept or forgot to turn on my alarm or any number of things, because I didn't want to be late for the first customers. And then once we got up and started functioning, I realized we're getting up way before the first customers get here. So even if I'd slept through the alarm, I wouldn't have let anybody down but myself. And so that was pretty brutal.
That's rough, though.
Gonna be taking a nap today, I hope.
Yeah, I feel like I've had a few of those days. Last night I slept pretty good, though. Good. I woke up about 5:15. It was like, all right, I probably got to get up. And then I got up. Love that for you.
I do. I'm glad. You're the quarterback.
Yeah.
Quarterback needs a rest. I
mean, there's, we were talking about it just a few minutes ago that, talking about what's really happening, and there, there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of emotion and charged energy that goes on. So there's definitely that exists. So in the midst of the excitement of oh my gosh, it's finally starting to happen, there's also all of the chaos of, oh my gosh, there was so much more we wanted to do, or so much that needs to get done, and then our bodies are I don't know about these guys. This guy, he was saying his back's hurting a little bit, but I'm like, from the mulching yesterday, I don't think we can do it. I think we're going to have to just weed eat today, concentrate on weed stuff, and then work on mulch tomorrow because I feel like my body needs a break from the mulch stuff. How do you guys feel physically?
I feel fine.
You feel fine? How about you?
Feel fine.
Well, I guess these guys are fine. We're us, the backache crew over here.
I guess.
Well, my lower back is sore from all the bending over and stuff, but I mean, it doesn't feel like it hurts. It just feels like it's sore from exercising those muscles.
Yeah.
Doing stretches that I don't normally do, so.
That's legit.
Mine's stuck.
Stuck. So besides that, how about, I mean, where you came home to help us do this? Where are you at?
I'm excited to finally see it happen. I mean, blackberries was definitely the precursor to that, but like actually seeing our hard work pay off is really nice.
Yeah, we're looking at the flowers because they're over there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're shining in the light of the morning sun. How about you, Fox? Where are you at?
I'm neutral. I've just been doing the work and not really looking at where I'm going. I'm just doing what I have to do.
That's fair. Head down, straight forward. That's legit. I see it. How about you over there?
I'm ready to go. My mind is split between this and that last day of my classes and stuff. It sucks that our first day with customers is also my last day with that class, and so I think it just keeps kind of like they leach into each other. It could be another reason why I wasn't sleeping well, but.
That could too. There's a lot going on today. So I think we've mentioned it before, but Mr. Hindi over here is taking a literary specialist certificate course.
Something like that.
I think. We're not really sure what it is, which is fun. Anyway, through Long Beach. Through Long Beach, and today is literally he's got to turn in his last paper by like midnight tonight. So who would have known that they would have overlapped like that? When I set the date, I didn't know that was like your last due date.
No,
apparently
it's
we
all
just
good.
needed to communicate more.
Why? No, I don't. It's just the way it goes. That doesn't matter.
Right. Well, and I was talking on, I started with a little introduction on the way down the driveway, and I was talking about how, like, this is, anytime you start something new, you're keeping a tab of all the things I don't want to happen next year. And things I do want to happen, things I liked, things I didn't. And definitely this is on the list that, like, launching in July is
gross.
Not a thing I ever want to do again. It's a one-time, I hope it's a one-time thing that happens simply because we weren't able to get the parts for our irrigation for whatever reason that was, and I'm trying to practice pronoia, which is the understanding that the universe has a crush on you and everything is, happens for a reason, to get you to your ultimate goal. So my pronoia is that some amazing thing must have been really going on that was so cool that made the irrigation not work out the way that it did. We did get to meet Shaggy, and we're super excited that he is at his new store and getting ready to open that. Unfortunately, he's opening it the week that we're not going to be here because we're going to be in Avid. But we 100% plan to go support him because honestly, Shaggy was our saving grace. No one else could tell us how to operate the pump. We had no idea how to even start looking it up. We had very little information on it. We have a map of like where the lines are on the property, but no details about anything about the pump. So that was really, I'd call that an uber negative for us that we didn't have that information. So guys, look, what is that? Do you see it wiggling the thing over there? Hold on.
It's something digging from underground, I think. See the post? Watch that green. See that?
What do you think it is? Like a gopher? Or a ground squirrel? That's funny. Sorry, that was a fun distraction. It was like, squirrel!
Now we're still staring at
it. We don't think it might have been a ground squirrel. We don't know. He's going vole. What did you? Gopher?
Gopher, yeah.
I hope it's not a gopher. Don't come over here, gopher.
Right.
Anyway, So, any final comments, thoughts?
I think that if anybody has any like memories of tragic things or trying moments in the last 6 months, and now
Or
would be a
happy
good time to
moments.
talk about it.
I mean, I loved the greenhouse building. I thought and that was so cool. And now it's funny though, because we did all the work on the greenhouse, and then I'm like, oh, really, direct sewing was probably along.
It's a process.
It is a process,
Yeah.
but there are things still that, now that I don't have to do a ton of things in there, I can concentrate specifically on some cool things, like starting Lysianthus, which is our crazy hard to start, and, all the complicated. But, yeah, that was pretty cool for me. Anybody else have anything that sticks out in your memory?
I'm still waking up, so probably not.
I'm waking up.
Mine was all the hand watering because we didn't have irrigation, that we'd have to like come out and put headlamps on to irrigate in the dark and stuff. That was fun.
Yeah.
As much as it sucked, it was also really cool. Like, it was one of those moments where you're like, I know that going into the future, when I get older, this is going to be one of those things that we can all sit around and laugh about. And
Yeah.
And still, like, not just that it was funny in the future, or, something funny that happened in the past that wasn't funny at the moment, but also something that was kind of bonding, where it was like, we were choosing to do that. We didn't have to do that. We could have just quit, but it was important to the four of us, and so we chose to work together to get it done.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's, lots of tasks that we had to do just in between that was just maintenance stuff.
Yeah.
Look at all the mowing.
Yeah.
That was kind of Fox's thing too. We spent a lot of time on the mower.
Yes, we did.
Spent a lot of time waiting for the tractor to be fixed,
We spent a
Fixing
lot
the
of
tractor.
time.
Oh,
or trying to figure out how to fix it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a process.
Mhm.
that was a process. That was something else. Anything
I
you
learned
can
how to
think
fix the tractor.
of? You did learn how to fix the tractor.
And now we get to fix it again.
Yeah.
We have another leak.
Yeah.
I love that, even though a lot of the stuff that we did start, the soil blocking that we did together, that was super fun.
I liked doing the soil blocking.
Yeah, that was cool.
And even if like not a single soul watched any of our videos when we were soil blocking and talking, it was still fun to we set aside time, like just the two of us, and went out in the greenhouse
Oh,
on like a rainy day and
yeah.
just sat out there and
like
soil
for
blocked.
block talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while we were recording, we had to play nice with each other and be friendly and kind and only use affectionate words. So it was like,
Blew a button,
it was
noticed.
like recess. It was
Yeah.
like, yay!
Recess.
It was pretty good.
You're such a school teacher.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's cute. That's
I miss
cute.
rain.
Rain.
Oh, yeah. Now look, I bet all four of us are probably thinking about the coast now, aren't we?
Well, now I am, because you brought it up. No.
It's hard not to. Yeah. One of my good
don't think
friends,
about the coast.
one of my good friends, contacted me last night. Was like, sent me kind of a meme, or I think tagged me in a meme that was like, when you have friends from 9th grade that you're still like solid with, and I was like, yeah, totally, I miss you. And she's like, I miss you too. And I was like, I want to see you, and we're starting the flower farm's first days tomorrow. And she's like, I want to be there, but I live on the coast, and so it feels like 115 essentially. And I'm like, I feel that, because honestly, I want to be on the coast,
Yeah.
but also got to be doing this as well. So
Let's just start a flower farm over there.
oh, I want that so
do
much.
that.
But remember, we were over there looking at property because, Valley Heat, and none of it seemed to work out. But we need to keep looking. We'll keep looking. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I don't know about starting a whole nother flower farm, if I had the energy physically for that. But I don't know. If you guys wanted to do it, I'd find the energy. I'd figure it out.
I'm just trying to make sure I have enough energy to get through the morning right now.
Just get through the day. Any other things you can think of? Because we had, I don't know if you guys are even aware, because I'm just cranking these out, but we're up to almost 70 videos and well over 100 followers, 109 I think was the last time I looked.
I love that.
I know it's going,
pretty
and
crazy.
we're really doing it. So I think for me, just laughing about that I decided to start a YouTube without knowing how to even edit.
Yeah. Trial by fire.
Yeah, you learn as you go. And I don't know if you have been following you probably are seeing that progression of I'm learning. Every time I'm on it, I learn a little more detail. They just updated it, so there was a little frustration there for a hot minute because looks totally different to me. So that was a good brain reset. But I'll tell you what, if you want to grow your brain, play with that kind of stuff. They're all over the place.
Play with Illustrator.
I haven't worked on Illustrator much, just Photoshop and Lightroom.
That one will grow your brain.
Well, YouTube is not
That one grows
Adobe
the second
software,
brain.
and then the Premiere Pro is what I use for our editing. But what else? Nothing else? We ready to go to work?
It's not getting any cooler. I can feel the heat on my back already.
I'm tired. Like, my back hurts. I'm tired. So I think it's important to be real that, like, this is no joke when, all the people were like, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
They're not wrong. It's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was ready for that, but my body believes opposite.
I think we'll feel better once we start moving around.
Your body
I'm trying to
Yeah, it does.
get myself in the mode.
We're motivated. We're doing it.
Motivated.
I was saying yesterday, I was talking about how if you could hear my inner monologue yesterday morning, it was like, I'm laughing now at it because in retrospect, I was like, I really had myself like pumped up. I was like, you got to do this. And then the other part of me is like, I hate this and I'm tired and I don't want to go. I don't want a 4-acre flower farm anymore. And then the other part was like, get up, do this, kill it, be a boss.
Oh my gosh.
So I did get up and we did do it. So
man, just that internal fight had to be exhausting.
it's always a battle in there. There's so much going on in this brain. Oh, it's all over the place.
Same.
And I'm just now learning there's words for that. I'm like, oh, that's a diagnosis.
Yeah.
But yeah, what
That's
else?
more than a Looney
I think
Tunes
that's
cartoon.
It is. It is the little people on the shoulders, and they're arguing with each other, and you're like, okay, I can't, and you're like, no, you can, and you will. You put one sock on, and you put the other sock on. You put one foot in front of the other, and you get it done.
And then you walk through the dogs drooling from their water bucket because you didn't put your shoes on.
Then that.
Am I right here? What my comment was, seriously? Have I ever walked through a big pile of fluid from a cat's face?
I mean, you might have. I just not known it.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so because they drink like this.
They're so little. But
Yeah,
the dogs,
so
I'm like, this is like 7 feet from the water bowl.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
I think we digress. But there are big dogs. We know that it's there. But still, every time I try not to go with socks in the house, just socks. I always put on slippers or I have on flip flops or something because dog drool.
I saw a TikTok video that was these people had put their dog's water bowl or bucket in the middle of like a planter and then had plants around it. And I was like, that's a cool idea. But then I thought about it with the way that Luke drools, especially after he drinks. And I'm like, that potted plant would have to take up the entire living room in the house. Like we would be living in a potted plant.
I wouldn't mind that.
He just carries it.
I feel like that's the upside.
He just carries it.
Yeah.
He carries it like he has it in his own bucket.
Like
of water.
little storage containers. He's like,
Well, it's
there's a
like
little
that
more.
dog on TikTok where they're like, it has all the like mandarins that come out of its face, or they ping pong balls, or I think they do all
Weren't
kinds
they
of
like those little? What is that stuff that you guys have been eating lately? You found
Oh, kumquats.
Kumquats.
No, gooseberries.
Gooseberries or kumquats. They look like. Anyway,
That's funny. Golden berries.
it's getting warmer.
It's getting warmer. I guess we better get to work. So anyway, I mean, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope to kind of cut in some scenes that from the stuff that we remember, because there's some cool things that happened. And if you got any questions or thoughts, make sure you comment down below. Give us a good like, and tell all your friends to come and follow us, because we're trying to build this up.
Yeah.
So you know what?
Watch us grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just did down there. Boys are working on this here. Getting some things done. Got all the machinery and equipment working today. I need to go back to the house and get stuff I need because it is 7:30 and our first guest is at 8. So here I go. Look at that. So we decided it would be nice to carve out, very nice, to carve out a little niche. Because this part, it's not very happy vines. And hopefully the point being that we can get to these trees, because these are the last of the 2 big oaks that we have not pruned yet. Boy, they're really got, that's a lot of power.
There's grapes in there too.
Is there? Boy, he's really getting good at that. Good work. He's loving crabs. I love that shirt. Back in the day, we used to go down to Easy Days a lot for Forrest and his stuff. And that shirt, we got it. He wanted to go to Joe's Crab Shack every time. He had a little tiny shirt like that. It was a little tiny. And that was my shirt. And I put it and finally let go of it. And he wanted it. And I'm so thrilled. Because now he's got a big shirt from his tiny shirt. Anyway, here it goes. Another pull. Pull! It's so exciting to get to dig into these little spots that we've been able to walk past but not really cultivate deeply. We have down at the other end because there's a lot more space, but this is really right. I mean, the orchard is right here, so this would have been for us a little too invasive to be up in here. But now that we have access to it, is there some good ones? Look at that. Look at that niche. That's pretty awesome. I'm excited to get to dig back in there. So we've actually thought about, too, with the berries, is we have thoroughly enjoyed... Hi, Fox. Hello. We have thoroughly enjoyed hosting blackberry picking. Like, for us, it's such a heartwarming experience to get to bring people out, and have them be able to pick in a safe area. We try to clean things out, and we're working on taking, any of these little dead yucky bits down from the bottom. This is another niche we plan to carve into and go way back in and almost, I don't want to say make a maze, but make it to where there's a whole lot more to pick from. Because right now we were just kind of doing the face of this wall, which runs from over there all the way along here, all the way along here, and way down there. But there's definitely spots that grow better than others. Like, check this spot. It's crazy how many there are. This is the hot spot, really. You could just kind of pick in here for hours, and then you get, look, deep in here. Oh, no, leaf got in the way. Hold on, I'll pull it. Look at those back in there. There's a ton, and then they're way, up and underneath sometimes. So this is going to be a fun part of this project. The flowers are really cool too. We absolutely love that. After having our first visitor today, oh my gosh, we are thrilled to just find all kinds of different ways we can have visitors come out, because there's lots going on. Oh my gosh, that's fun. Oh my gosh, what are you getting out of there? Let me see, show me. Wow, look at those. Holy cow. No, stop, look at this. Those are massive. Oh, wow, those are some good ones. I feel like we've gone full official road crew. We have more people watching. There is only one tractor. We decided to clear a little more of this bit so that we could get back and clear around those trees a little better. Because really, all this stuff that's way back in the core, like in the trees, you can see how it's real brown over there. That stuff's long dead. So I'm walking back over the flower farm now, and I'm thinking about what Fox said about missing the rain. And it looks like this has missed the rain too. You can tell it's definitely dry. anyone that's been up here in the North State for long knows that like this is just the state of things, how it goes. Unless you are intensely watering something, it's not green. So it is what it is, but it is still a nice, really big flat surface. We're still contemplating the possibilities of taking this area here and putting a lawn in and making it to where we can host events. And we are going to be hosting events anyways, dry or not, but it would be nice if they were a little greener. So that's definitely something that's coming up. It's in our purview as something that's going to be happening soon. So we love that.
Sorry. Okay, now I'm ready.
It has been a long morning. You don't have to be ready.
Did you put your seatbelt on?
Are you talking about the flowers?
Yeah.
They don't have a seatbelt on.
Okay.
Anyway, we're heading down the driveway now, just passing the flower farm. There it goes. There's parking lot.
Okay.
And there's the booth. And there's, what do we got? Oh, zinnias. That's really hard to see. Anyway, we have deliveries here after our first, so we hopped basically right in the cars after our flower pickers and got back to the house, and now we're heading back out to make deliveries. So we're excited to do that too. But I thought while we were driving along here, we would get some time to just chit chat about how the day went.
I love that.
Yeah, me too. Oh, how about that? Ooh, just kind of holding that out there. That's a little hard. Anyway, yeah, you got us monologuing, man. Is that the neighbors? How do you know neighbors?
Yep, that happens.
Right? Don't blame me.
No.
I'm choking on my tea.
Got all choked up.
Anyway, but this just looks like a bumpy ride, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're like,
Imagine how much bumpier it would have been if we were in the pickup.
yeah, that thing in suspension.
It would look like we were going through an earthquake simulation or something.
It would look like that. Anyway, so basically, I just wanted to say we are thrilled with how it went today. We ended up, the first group, they were neighbors down the way. Well, one is a neighbor, and then the other ones are building out here and have been around and got married at Last Steakhouse. Like, all of the cutest stories. Then she tagged us on the cutest little video on Facebook, and I was crying because I'm like, look at the joy. That's what I was going for.
Oh, I did. Yeah, Forrest was telling me about it. He was telling me about it when we went to pick up the signs after they, the last customers had gone, and he was like, I think Mom got a little teared up on that, and I'm like, teared up? What happened? What is she upset about? He's like, no, it was like tears of joy. I'm like,
happy tears.
When about what? He's like, the video, man, the video. I'm all, what video? Oh no, he kept saying real. The real.
The real. It's real.
The real? What real?
That's funny. Yeah, so it's a reel on Facebook. Anyway, we'll do a little reveal that Eric and Eric haven't seen it yet, so we'll do a little vid with all four of us. But I just needed to vent in this trip about how that was the dream come true, because it's like seeing neighbors, and then our second group, like when I saw the name, I'm like, is that like, and it was people that Eric's parents, had known. So it was like, friends, we're friends that don't know that we're friends, basically.
Right.
So we were super stoked to meet them and to get to have them out, and that was
awesome.
I don't know their words. Like I'm thrilled.
It was pretty awesome.
I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
It was
pretty cool that like they were like, we saw it on Facebook and we figured out who it was, and we said, we gotta go. It was pretty sweet.
I love that.
I like surprises.
Yeah, that was a really happy surprise.
So good job.
Yeah. Well, and I love the scheduling thing, because you do kind of get a little bit of advance notice. I like advance notice, so I think it's really
I know
cool.
you do.
I can see it, like I was telling Eric, I can see going to the general admission once, like, we were booking full every day, and then then we have really room to be having multiple people picking at a time.
customers appreciated that part more than just the picking on their own. It was almost like I could see in some of their faces they were like uncertain and kind of looking at their bouquets like,
What do I do
I
here?
don't know what to do. It doesn't look quite right. And then to have you over there like helping them and guiding them and like giving them like little pieces, like little extra, and then by the time you were done, it was like this legitimate bouquet, and you could see they're like, yay!
I got a bouquet.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's the hard part. I think it's definitely something that is underappreciated, I guess, or overlooked. It's being, like, yeah, people can grow flowers, but that's a totally different thing. I learned that personally. I personally know it's completely different to grow flowers in your landscape than to grow flowers that are for cut bouquets and to make bouquets out of it.
It's like going to a farm to see how your food is made.
Yeah, and then you're like,
Yeah, the work that goes into it.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
so that was really exciting. So I think I'm kind of calling that bouquet bar style. So I think that bouquet bar style will continue with that probably through the whole year, I would assume, because there's a lot of the fillers that I have at the house and my subscription garden, but not necessarily in the flower farm yet. They will be there. They're there. They're just not very big yet. Like the yarrow and status, actually plenty of status.
Right.
But I would like to get like all the fillers.
The
that I
yarrow.
have.
The yarrow in the subscription garden.
It's so big. It's so big. So it is, that's that watches grow. Like it literally, you're gonna see those things start to go in, and then this fall we'll have a lot of like planting to do from the cut garden, because there's a lot that needs to be divided. There's only so many years you get off of something in one spot before it just kind of outgrows its spot. Really, almost the yarrow almost looks like in the cut garden it could be divided again.
Yeah.
But we have plenty down there. That's going to be what's down there. In a year or two, it's going to be so huge.
Is that what's happening? It just takes a while for it to take off. I don't know much about yarrow.
Yeah, no, it just takes a while for it to establish itself. Sometimes, I don't mean sometimes it grows like crazy, but it's coming along. It's already blooming, so it's trying. But the problem is that the first year really it's kind of doing a little bit of everything. So this next year is going to put a ton of energy, like through the winter, it puts a ton of energy down into the roots, and then that's when the foliage starts to grow, and then you get taller blooms and stuff. So it's coming, it's happening.
Noted.
Little by bit, bit by bit. So anyway, I just had to. I'm overjoyed. So I needed to express some of that joy, and then we'll go when we get back to the house after doing our delivery. We'll get the boys together and get everybody doing their thing. But I just had to say,
That was awesome.
it was
really fun.
100% a success. Super stoked. Keep having people come out and love that.
Yeah. It was even cool, like when we were out setting up the signs for, so they were dropping off the first one at the end of the driveway. Or Fox went this time. When we were setting up the sign at the end of the driveway and then getting ready to head out, I saw a car coming down the road a ways, and I was like, maybe I'll wait until they go past before I pull out, because I gotta get the other sign out. But I'm like, they were so far away. So I pull out and I'm watching in my mirror to see if they're catching up with me and I need to move over or anything. And they turned down our driveway, and Fox and I were like, oh, did they see the sign and go in? No way.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was super exciting.
Yeah, so the signage, we've only been putting the signage out right now when we're down there and actually hosting people. By all means, if y'all are driving by and you see that sign out there, you can pop in and say hi. And if we've got spots and we've got flowers, we would love to have you. So, the scheduling thing is more so that we know for sure we have them for those people. But if you pop in just to say hello, because we're right there, it's easy to get to us. Pop in, say hello when you see the signs. We'll probably get you in.
We'll squeeze you in somehow.
We'll figure it out. We're pretty smart that way. I've got the subscription card's big too, so I can always make something happen. So anyway, all right, well, we'll probably sign off here, and then we'll be back with the boys and see if we can get everybody have a little opinion about today's adventure. Go. Okay, so I gathered the boys. I think everybody is just tired and trying to relax. So I was like, please just come and tell me a little bit about your take from today, because this was a big day. Big day. All right, who wants to start?
It was wild to see people out there finally actually like picking stuff and having fun. I mean, both the groups were families pretty much, so it was nice to see them getting to enjoy their time together while out here and picking flowers, and then coming up with these awesome bouquets at the end. It was like, we did that. Started from bare orchard and turned into that, so it's pretty nice.
I feel pretty neutral about it. We did the work. It paid off. It's nice to have it paying off finally. It's nice.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I can't really ask much more from you guys. All right, well, so have a good, thanks for watching and
Watch us grow.
Watch us grow.